We all have those movies where we hear such praise and we think, wow, this I have to see. Then, after leaving the cinema, we think to ourselves, what the hell? You end up doubting yourself and your opinions because everyone in the world is apparently loving this film. But I thought it was more like watching shit dry in a can. I'm Michael from the Blackbox, and this is my list of the top 5 overrated horror films. Number 5, Friday the 13th, Part 1. So the old lady killed all the camp counselors of this place because they weren't the ones who killed her boy, they were just doing the same job. Well, the toilet swallowed my goldfish when I was a young boy. I'm not on a vendetta against every toilet in existence. So the idea behind this really didn't resonate as realistic, and people letting this senior citizen overpower them is quite hilarious if we could just watch the film from the killer's perspective. Then Jason pops out of the water, showing us that his mom's hatred is a bunch of bullshit and didn't make any sense unless this little boy is the ultimate hide-and-seeker. Number 4, Psycho. This is the oldest on my list, but not exactly what I would call something as fully bad, or even halfway. This movie was an achievement back when it came out, but it was because Hitchcock just said, anything that is taboo in film, I will do. Hence, showing a toilet and killing the main character 30 minutes in, and so on and so on. He found ways to go against the grain, which is fun, but at the same time, it doesn't make it for a great storyline. It does, however, make a great movie study on the social norms of that era. But it's cool, I respect it, I just don't have to praise it. Number 3, The Witch. The movie so shrouded in atmospheric pressure, it can't decide if it wants 2 V's or just 1 W for the title. This movie made the atmosphere of odd misfortune seem right, but on the other side of the story was lackluster and tried to scare you through an old hag that was quite nude for most of her runtime, all 12 seconds. Every time these movies try to scare me with the elderly, I find myself daydreaming about a new horror film involving a retirement community gone psycho. We could call it Medi-Killed instead of Medicare. Do you get my drift? It's stupid that these films present such a good character study, but then lack in the actual fear department. And Medi-Killed will be no exception, people. Number 2, Hereditary. This blast of best horror films since The Exorcist. Quotes even landed itself on the box of the Blu-ray. Now, let me be frank, even though I'm Michael, but this film is quite a good story of a family coping with a tragedy. Oh my God, was it a good story. Now let's just shoehorn in some devil worship and ghosts and random possession that doesn't make sense at the end and say it's all was planned, which also doesn't make sense, and oh boy does it get muddled. If you stop the film right before the father burns alive for no damn reason, then you'll find yourself in an enjoyable romp that makes sense. But anything afterwards is pretty much dumb beyond belief, and I've seen the kangaroo ass-kicking film Warriors of Virtue. Yeah, so I know dumb movies. Number 1, It Follows. Now, I remember when this came out, people were literally talking about running away from the theater, like when I said bomb in an airport some 13 years ago. This movie seemed like something legendary in the works, and I had to see it. After watching this interesting premise of sexually transmitted ghosts, I realized the 2-hour watch time was absorbed from my lifespan, and I'll never be able to get that back. My date at the time thought it was a tremendous achievement, citing best movie and ever in the same sentence. Little known fact, that was the last date I ever had with that individual. Was it the movie? No, But then again, being amused by a film that asks you to put your brain in the lost and found till the credits is not my idea of a good time. If you don't nitpick the insanely flimsy plot and characters, you are just left with naked old people following you. I sure do miss you, Grandma. Movies move us, and each person in their own way. So if you enjoy the screams you get from elderly naked people or senior citizens with a knife, that's fine. It's all one big happy mixture of flavor in this world. Enjoy everyone's opinion, and if it doesn't side with your own, then embrace that we are all not alike, and that's a beautiful thing. So I'm gonna go write that script of my senior citizen killscapade. Thank you for watching. So please, if you want to see more content like this, like, share, and subscribe. And if you want to check out some more content, check out Battle of the Worst.